Hey guys, I just woke up, basically. I know. I sleep really late. It's summer. Who cares? But I had another dream. Well, it wasn't exactly a dream. It was a nightmare. I'm terrified. I cried. I woke up terrified and crying because of what happened in this dream. I actually had to write it down because, 90%, after 5 minutes, 90% of your dream is gone. So I had to write it down. But I can't remember much, but I think we were at my dad's house. I'm writing this down. This is what I wrote down. I'm just reading this off of this. I'm sorry if I don't look at y'all. But I was at my dad's house, apparently. I think we were, like, packing or moving something. I don't know. Packing or moving or something. I don't know. It was Chloe, which is my best friend. I love her to death. Which is the reason why I woke up crying. But it was Chloe, my dad, Uncle Wayne, and Chloe's mom. Creepy guys. I don't know what they were, but they were the people moving the stuff in our house. But they apparently got Chloe, and Chloe was trying to tell us to run. So we did. We drove away, basically. But when we were driving away, I think for some reason uh, Dad ran into the house, like he forgot to hit reverse and ran into the house. And I'm like, Dad, you're going the wrong way. And he's like, I know what I'm doing. Irresponsible dad. But Chloe's mom disappeared somehow. I don't know. She was just like gone. A girl got in the back seat of our car, very ghost-like. It was Kendall. I came to a conclusion that it was Kendall after I had the dream because her face was very distorted, but I could still tell that it was Kendall. Just something clicked off in my head that it was Kendall. Hang on. The girl, Kendall, she told us, she was like, go here, it will help you, go here. So we went to a very familiar store with items I didn't know yet, but they were very familiar. The girl, Kendall, had jumped out of the car, and she was like a black blob when she had jumped out of the car, but she had the Hyrule shield on her back, which was not distorted at all. It was just there, but I could tell it was a Hyrule shield, which was kind of typical for my dream, I guess. In the store, there was a ball, kind of orb with a familiar face, but I'm not sure what the face was. It was a familiar face, but I guess I don't know it yet. My dad said, come here. There was a box of Barbies, because I collect Barbies, you know. I always find new ones, so there was an entire box of Barbies. And I mean, on top, there were kind of like these broken, distorted Barbies. One of them had blonde hair, and I think it might have been in iJustine, I'm not sure. And so, I get to the bottom of the box. I had moved aside a doll with this beautiful layered, kind of brownish, reddish hair, and I realized she had a moose shirt on. It was Olga. One of the Barbies in the box was Olga. I know I say Olga like a Canadian. Shut up, I'm tired. Actually, I'm wide awake. In the box, when I had gotten to the bottom, there was a Barbie with a Tobuscus shirt on. Looked exactly like Toby. I freaked out, but grabbed him out of the box. There was a doll with this long brown hair with little blonde streaks in it, with wearing an AC/DC shirt and these tight little black pants with heels. It was Chloe. It was my best friend, Chloe. And I'm just sitting here with tears running down the side of my face, but I grab her out of the box too. Then the next Barbie, sounds weird, was Seth. Seth King Hendricks. I was like absolutely freaking terrified at this point, but I grabbed him out of the box too. And then there was another one. I kind of completely skipped her, wearing the exact same clothes that we had seen the girl in our back seat wearing, aka Kendall. It was a Kendall. It was Kendall. And I'm not saying Kendall, I'm saying Kendall. But it was my best friend Kendall. And her doll was covered in blood. And she just had this terrified look on her face. All of them did. All of them were covered in blood suddenly when I looked down. And so was the front of my fucking shirt. And I'm just sitting here like, oh my god. And then at the very bottom, there was a Barbie doll who looked exactly like me, with the most terrified face, tears running down the sides of her cheeks. She was wearing the exact same pajamas I am right now, and she was absolutely covered in blood. I woke up absolutely terrified with tears streaming down the side of my face. And I'm just like, oh my god, what the hell happened? It was also, I woke up crying because it was the first dream I had had about Chloe and Toby. And I was hoping that the first dream about them wouldn't be like this. Because when dreams like this happen, they're mostly visions. And the little familiar store that I was talking about has been in 2 other of my dreams. So this is the 3rd fucking time. But this time the dream was different. It wasn't the same, but it was still the same store. And that's what was scary about it. Because it's the same store for 3 dreams. That is not supposed to happen unless it's a vision. First time's a dream, second time's a nightmare, third time's a vision. That's for us psychics. It was a fucking vision. But, where was I? Yeah, I think one of the dolls was Olga. I mean, it was a very distorted moose shirt. Like, it had a couple of rips in it, and it had blood all over it, so it was kind of hard to identify like the rest of them. But I could tell that one of them was Tobuscus, because he not only had sideburns, but his hair and his eyes. Hazel freaking eyes that were not hard to tell out of a crowd. I'm terrified right now, just thought I'd say. Alright. Oh yeah, and I just remembered, because I saw it at the bottom, one of the dolls was, I know this is like 8:40 freaking minutes, but one of the dolls was also my friend, Lene. I love Lene, but this is like the 3rd dream that she's been in too, so I think something bad will happen to her. Alright, I'm gonna go because my voice is cracking. Love you guys.